Even though this year is almost over, we got to remember the basics. What did we understand? What did we learn from this year? You know what I learned? Good evening, my people. Yo, what's good, my people? It is another good evening, good morning, good afternoon, my people. It's your boy Keyshawn, Sean, Don, whatever you would like to call me. But bringing on some good, man. Is my microphone too loud? Let me bring it down. Let me bring it down just a little bit. Let me say something right. I'm excited. Because we got another one. We up this morning. We got some stuff we're gonna be running through. I just want to take at least 30 minutes of y'all time. We're not gonna make this too much. We're not gonna make this too little. We just gonna get right to it and just get jumping on it. I'm gonna start really making this content go. Ah, time, time to be sufficient. Time to be motivated. Keep it going. All right. So last time when we talked about active recall, right? That's how I want to start this off to kind of give us a little basis of everything that we learned. So one of the first things we really took in, learned about HTML and CSS, right? Hypertext, markup language, cascading style sheets. The layouts we were going to build, we're going to run through everything. But I first want to show you guys a little bit about this idea of active recall. So let's switch over a little bit, shall we? Let's change scenes like. Boom. There it is. Let me show this. Can you see my sexy face? I know you can. There it is. Um, I wanted to actually bring up this because this is a very important topic to speak about. Where is my stuff? Lord. Oh, there it is. Boom. So, active recall. Active recall is by far the most effective way of studying, right? When you study, people mostly write notes, or they'll probably take like a piece of paper, they get a whole book, and they'll just write down every single thing that they see. No. The most effective way to mostly study is to retain things and recall what you just learned. So there's a study, right? Actually, you know who did this study or said this study about? So he's a YouTuber. You should definitely go subscribe to his channel, Ali Abdaal. He has a lot of videos that talk about active recall. It is personally one of the greatest study tactics of all time. And hold on, let me answer this. Boom. Best, best, best study habit, study tactic of all time. I think it's personally the best thing since sliced bread. I use it all the time. There's this app. You could download it through your web browser if you guys have computers, or you could also go on your browser wherever you go on your phone. Your browser is like Google Chrome, Firefox, Internet Explorer. Those are your browsers. So if you choose to go to your browser, don't download the app. I repeat, don't download the app. I advise you to get things that are going to be free for you. If you need more resources that require you to save more money, then you should use those sources to more things that are going to be more sufficient for you. But this is just a little study habit on, even if you're just into computers, if you're into designing, if you're into school, like people that love to learn, they have effective ways of learning. We're gonna get to that too. That there's another little thing, another little snippet that I got for you guys. But so he also runs down through a video of this study. It's a case study that they took, where they basically took four groups of, four groups of students into different sections, and they wanted to test to see who would do better on an exam if the case study, uh, within convincing the study, the habits, or how most people would study when it comes to taking exams. So let's see, and I'm gonna show you guys. So in the study, the researchers split students into four groups, with each student tasked with learning the same material before being tested on what they learned. However, each group was given different instructions and parameters for learning the content. The first group would read the materials only once. More than likely, that group probably didn't retain as much information, right? The second group would read the materials four times. You would think reading the materials four times, you would really be able to maintain that information, right? It was to say. The third group would read the materials, they were told to make a mind map. So a mind map is like, all right, here's my subject. My subject talks about this topic, or my subject speaks on this this topic, this area. This is what I remember from this. I took from this topic, and this topic made this topic. So you're just basically creating a tree off of the thing that you just learned about, right? Could be effective. Absolutely. That is very effective. But the fourth group would read the materials once, then recall as much as possible. In both verbal tests, when asked to recall facts as well as the in hey man, hey man, not I ain't gonna say my own words. It's up to par, but we go get it in. Test. When asked to recall concepts of the active recall group significantly outperformed the other groups. This study shows that the testing yourself just once is more effective than rereading a chapter four times. I'm sure we've all used rereading at some point, but simply through testing yourself once, you should drastically improve the efficiency of your study. This is a simple tactic. It's very simple. I believe within what I've learned from it, what I've taken from it, and what it has been to benefit me. Um, Literally, I have decks made. These are my decks. So I have my deck set from um, JavaScript, internet, learn about computers, UI, UX design. I go to Grand Canyon University. Right now, the current class I'm taking is college algebra. And I am not going to sugarcoat with you. My statistics class, when I was a senior, was even a statistics class. I learned a lot of politics. Thank you to my teacher. I can't put her out there because she was retiring at the time, but she was putting us on gym because at the time She was leaving the school. This, she was retiring. She was like, "Man, I'm done with this school. Man. I'm done with this working for schools. The school system is weird. I'm gonna put y'all on to politics." And she told us that the very beginning of the school year, like, yeah, you guys don't know what's going on, and I need you guys to know what's going on. So she ended up putting us on that. What am I getting that to? I'm getting that to the closest thing I know about algebra is maybe algebra 2. That's like by far. College algebra, I have been learning about so many different irrational functions or um, I just can't explain it. It's just just inequalities. There we go. Rational inequalities. Man, math is. You start really getting into it. It's a deep no joke, yo. Straight up. I'm just gonna be blunt and honest. It is a lot of work. Every Sunday, I'm literally sitting here to almost 11:30. I got a test and an assignment due, and I'm halfway done by the time I'm finishing my test. And I'm like, dude, my work ain't finished. Cool, whatever. Back to the logic. Back to the story. We, I use this. We should use this. I think it would be very helpful for if you need any study tactics for any of your school, your classes, and everything, and it would help you retain more. You're asking yourself questions. So right now, I'm doing book reports on my work. What is my book reports about? So I do book reports every day. I have to read a chapter of a book, and in that chapter of the book, I had to be able to recall what I learned in the book. And instead of me just putting a whole bunch of this is what this did, this is what this did, this is what this did, I'd be like, all right, so what was this chapter about? This chapter was about this. What did you learn from this chapter? This I learned this from this chapter. What was the most important quote, or what was the most important that was said, or um, what was specific to what you took on from the writing, or from the story, or from this set paragraph. That is how I'm able to retain the information, which makes it last a lot longer when I want to bring it up again. And so there's a study, I believe, we lose track of information for 24 hours. If you do an active recall, you can last up to 7 days with knowing the information. And then all you need to do is retain the information 3 times, and it's basically stuck there. Um, Bringing into this right here has led me into so many different habits that it is basically grown me into learning how to learn. This is Barbara Oakley's Learning How to Learn on Coursera. It's a free course. You don't have to pay to go do it. A lot of the stuff I'm about to go and give you, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't pay for any of this stuff. And I'm not gonna force you to pay for any of this stuff. Why do you need to pay for any of this stuff? You don't. A lot of this stuff is free. It's free to do the fun things. The fun things in life, the enjoyments of life. It's fun. And they're teaching you how to learn, dude. Yo, I it's only 15 hours of your time. 15 hours. 15 hours is not really that long. It's a long time, but it's not really that long. By far, probably even 3 days, maybe even 2 days, 3 days, whatever you want to do. But you can knock it out. But it helps you to understand, how does the brain work. The brain works by constantly reminding itself how to function. right? So if you're constantly throwing bad things into your brain, what is more than likely going to happen? You're going to retain more of bad in your reality, right? If you retain more good, you're going to remember that good more than that bad. Most people they have the tactic differently, but that's another job for another subject for another time. I wanted to give you guys this little course. Maybe if you guys are interested, I think it would be such a incredible skill and ability to be able to learn, so you guys know how to retain more information. But with all in all, get back to this bread and butter, my G. Let's do it. All right, so we get ready and we back to the motion like ocean. Let's do it. Okay, so we're gonna bring this over here. Come on, over here. There we go. And we're gonna bring you right here. Yeah. What I'm going to do is I want to bring you.
Yes, yes, darling.
Okay. So this I'm gonna open live. So bring you over here. Boom. So I'm saying so. Look, this is what we're doing. I just brung a live server on what we're gonna be reading when we post this code, right? So what I'm gonna do now, if I've had your attention for the last 19 minutes and 45 seconds, my G, you have been online with me for the last 20 minutes. 20 minutes. I clap for you, man. Cause who can sit that long through a video? Not too many people can. You want to be great. I like you. We're gonna set a timer. The timer is gonna be for about 10 minutes of your time, 15 minutes. I don't want to take up too much minutes because a lot of the time you got stuff to do, I got stuff to do, and we want to be overachievers, right? So let's do this. I'm going to bump it up to 15 minutes. 15 minutes, we get the ball rolling. But we got to get going, and we got to get going now. And we going to call this Get the Ball Rolling. Get the ball rolling. Let's load that. Load that up. Load it. We're locked and loaded. Let's go. Why do I put this on? It's like a Pomodoro, right? So you use these as a concept of keeping track of time, right? So you don't use up too much time and you still be good. You be able to use up a lot of time. You've already done a lot more. So boom, this is what we got. Now let's add some code, man. So what we're gonna first do, we're gonna start off trying to get some layouts done. Personally, I'm going to take out this script. Why? Because we're not focused on JavaScript. We're gonna do JavaScript. It's not in this moment. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna bring this title. The character set is UTF-8. This is in Unicode or Universal Code. It's about how all the languages come together on the computer. So basically, the computer can read any language. If you want, you could even put that the HTML reads the language at English. That's how most people usually put the um I know I'm right. Right there, buddy. No, I'm not right. No, I am right. I know I'm right, dude. You put the language in English, dude. I am not. Yeah, I'm far from it, buddy. Been doing this a little too long. All right. Must have title element. It does have a title element. You talk about Willis. Alright. They got me tripping. Element to aid navigation. Document must have title. It does have title. Alright. We're gonna say con. Oh, con academy. Boom. See, there we go. HTML language, English. I know I ain't. Come on, bro. I know what I'm doing. Stop playing with me. All right. So it's compatible to the Internet Explorer. We're on Edge, right? We're using this viewport right here is for it's called responsive design. Most websites, web pages that are made now use responsive design to be compatible to cell phones. It is mostly phones first. That's a big thing when it comes to responsive design. Cell phones first because why? There is over six, no, there's over 8 billion people in the world, and over 1 million people have cell phones. Over 1 million people. The actual answer to that, I'm gonna get that answer for you too. But it's more than what people have on laptops, tablets, and also like computers, PCs. Yeah, more than likely you need to make sure that your phone, your website fits up to a phone because that's what all people use, right? And so we also have the style sheet. We're going to come over here. We can do this where we can make another, we can add a style, a style file, right? So, or a CSS file. So I'm gonna just add a CSS file. Remember our keyword touch, right? So boom, we just added it. This is our styles, right? And now what we're gonna do here, I wanna just take this and kind of implement this over so this can pop up. I don't need media, I don't need type. I just want that, right? Now we build upon what you would call content. So first things first, we're probably going to start with, I want to just say a navigation. But then it questions, it makes me question. Because I know it's a section. That I know. But more than likely, we probably start with a header. This is also a cool thing that um, that Visual Studio can do, or IDEs in general. Integrated development environments, they have a way to emit text, right? So what you do is instead of typing the the arrows, right, and you use arrow body, um, arrow forward slash body, you know, those are called open and close tags. So these, when you open a element, explaining that. When you open an element, you use the arrows basically. Left arrow, right arrow. Left arrow, right arrow is what you would use as an element in HTML. So when you open a tag, you use the left and right arrows. When you close a tag, you use the left and right arrows. But before you actually type in the text, you put forward slash. It's basically saying you close the element, or you're closing this side of the element. I personally like to emit. What is emitting? Um, is where you could take the text. You don't have to write out that. You don't have to write the open and close tags. I'm gonna just write out header, and it pops up. And just imagine when you're just on a roll and you're typing, boom, 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 and then you're changing over. So we're gonna continue on. Nav, boom, and then as we put the nav, I'm gonna put select, select option, name, search. Oh my goodness, search. Option. Never capital letters. Option. Or I'm gonna actually put times 4. Oh, I need 4 options. You see that? You see that? That's pretty dope, right? Okay, so this is a part of. We're gonna say this value is courses, blogs, um, um, contact, content. We're gonna call it that. Courses, blogs, contact, content. All right. Once we're done with that, I'm gonna bring in and I'm just gonna have. Can I do a form? Form could be many things. Or if I need, search. You see how easy that is? That is so much more easier. Placeholder. Search. You could add a search bar to that. Let's see where we're at now. Where we at? See? Boom. You see that? That is so dope. Now we got the search bar in there. The search bar. And you could also add, if I wanted to add that in there, all I gotta do is take that icon and I can add it into this search bar right here. And so instead of having this X, I would have something to search that up. So use this name for this. So if this select was Huh. It does though. Oh, really? Probably because I'm going to look more into that. We're gonna figure that out. I'm gonna learn as I go. I put up Khan Academy. That could be. So this could be its own section. We're gonna put this to make this own section. Make this like a. I want to call this the logo. I'm gonna make a class if class logo. Image source. We're probably more likely going to make this image there. Probably going to copy that, put that on there. Right now, we're just going to type in the content for it. All we're doing right now is just typing content. And when we get there, we're going to build a base upon that. And then this section is going to go on the far right. I just like to put my stuff in containers because longevity wise, it's going to allow us to be able to use, um, be able to push everything where they need to go instead of just having things all over the place. I'm going to say this is going to be flow left. This input. Ooh. Mm-hmm. You're gonna be right here. Got you like 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. Let's see. Let's see what I got. 10 more. 10 more. 10 more. I'll get the 10 more right here. Yeah, we're gonna do 10 more. I'm on a roll, y'all. Come on, man. We ain't playing no games. Trying to get this done. I'm trying to show y'all some content so it look a certain way, right? So reload the page. Oh, there's something I forgot to do. Save. So the image will pop up right here. So how they're going to stack, they're going to stack on top of each other right now, because due to the fact that it doesn't have any image. The select element must have an accessible name. Element has no title attribute. Hmm. Hmm. So, will we need to put in courses? I would say we could even change that up. Could we change that? Let's do that. Instead of putting courses, let's put an about page. About. Boom. Okay. So change it up. Boom. So we just gonna run it like that, boy. You look good. Alright. We gonna add another section. We gonna call this section flow right. We're gonna make 3 links. 3 links. I just added a star that is referencing multiply. I need 3 links times 3. We're gonna say they're gonna have a class of float right. That is amazing. Oh, page down, page down, page down. this oh, this keyboard's so small. I gotta get a bigger one. But boom, boom. Gotta bring it back. Close. All right. So look, links must have this. There's no time. This is gonna say donate, log in, sign up. Donate, log in, sign up. Those are all hyperlinks. Those hyperlinks are what you use to send people over to get whatever you're trying to send them to. And what you can do on here is you can create more HTML files or, yes, files, folders, and you can have other pages or other code implemented to that. So now that we have the section already done, we have the header. Well, mostly this is the navigation. I call this the navigation. And then we can put the main content, right? That's the header, main content. Oh my goodness. Capital. Main. This is just probably going to be 2 sections. 2 sections. Why do I say that? It's just going to be 2 connected together. And with this up, we're going to say this is going to be the image header. And this, what you call right here, is above the fold. This is the main section that everybody's probably going to first glance at, even though they're reading it from left to right in a zigzag. They're probably more than likely going to be focused on that very first thing on the page, the very first thing that they see. And so we're going to create another image source. And what we're going to do, we're going to end up taking the pictures off of there, but I just want to kind of give it like a little basis of what we're going to do. This is all the content. Header, Pick on Academy. We can add more to it. Like I can put the title in there, so then it could be read as people look up the picture. Like they scroll over to the picture. For people who, let's say they have problems with hearing, right, or may have disability with eyes. They have certain um like blind basically. Let's put that into the spectrum blind, right? So if they can't see that because the color, right? They have these little like side, literally like a side text that pops up the title of what that is, right? It's pretty dope, the things that you could do with accessibility for people with disabilities. Like my son, he has a disability. He has hydrocephalus. Um, he he doesn't use his right hand because his right hand is really a work in progress. He's working at getting his hand better, but most of his right side can't really use too much. So uses a lot of his left hand. That's why he has to hold the mouse in his left hand when he's using his he's using the computer, stuff like that, typing and all that. Everything. Yeah, he mostly uses that. But we're gonna continue on. So once we have the picture, we got the image. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna make the header. Header one for every student, every classroom. Real results. And you're gonna see this pop up. Boom. For every student, every classroom, real results. More than likely, this was a span, as I can see it already. Spans are like um, code is split into block and inline text, right? So blocks are like big squares, and inlines are like I take a word that's here and I put them to the side. So you're not taking up a whole block of text. Which you're gonna see as we transition more. And then they more than likely use a P for here. I'm guessing they use the P. Right. Oh my goodness. Seems like time never goes away, man. I'm gonna keep working, dude. Hold on. I'm about to finish typing this out, dude. What that dude say? What he say? Let's get it, dude. No, but okay. So this is just a little rundown of everything. Oh my goodness, you're not even seeing it. Come here. No, you. Come here. Get your butt down there. Look. This is so cool to actually really see, man. And I don't even think you even got to see most of it. But when it was created, you can see the drop down. I have the drop down to select, right? We end up finding out and figuring out what was wrong with it. I didn't have a title. Boom, I put a title, courses, right? The options, I put the options in there. So now we have a drop down menu. Boom, we have a drop down menu. We have a search bar. We can search whatever we want. The only thing is, in order for this to work, this input bar, I need to make sure that I have a form set up. What is a form? This form is where it sends over to different locations, right? So if I had, let's say, if I made a form, which I have, it's an accessibility questionnaire basically on how did you think of this website? Did you think this website was professional? Did you think this website needed a couple of trinkets? Do what was wrong with the functionality? Was it accessible? Was it this? Was it that? Was it this? Was that? Right? But that sends over to somewhere. That form sends to somewhere, and it should send back a thank you letter requesting why that was. Why was this sent over? Why was I giving this? Right? So that's what the form helps out to build upon that. But you need to put that into the code. It'll literally say form action, and you see me probably type it up. I said form, but then I thought about it and I said, oh no, we probably don't need a form right now. But we will need a form with inputting inputs because you need somewhere to send this to, right? And so the Khan Academy, I could go over there and go get the pictures. We're gonna go and get the pictures. I'm gonna show you what it looks like when the pictures pop up. Boom, we have our links, right? These links send to somewhere, and as you can see, it's pointing at it. And if you see at the bottom left, that is where that's the IP address of where the website is being sent to. Was the IP address? It's an internet protocol. It is an internet protocol address. Basically, is basically your computer's. Oh, I see. Your computer's basically address is only your computer has a set address or has a set code, right? And it basically sends over to whatever content you want to. But it also recalls and says what this content is. What is this page I'm on? What is this page I'm going to? What is this page? Why am I on this page? Right? Where do I need to go in order to get to the page that I want to get to? Right? So it says donate. You get to the donate page. It would be a designated donate page. It would be a designated login page. It would be a designated sign up page. These are all pages that are connected onto the website, and you could see them. Shows you where you would need to go. But when we have the next Khan Academy, this is the section. This is another section, which would be this picture right here, big old picture. And then this header one, and I only put a P. We're gonna finish off this more than likely tomorrow. But I just want to kind of give you guys a little rundown what we're gonna be getting into, and we have other ones that we're gonna build too. And then we're just gonna be like, we're gonna see how everything goes and everything flows with it. I'm just building with y'all, man. I've already taken up a lot of you guys' time. This is 51 minutes into this coding epidemic that you've seen me go through. Um, it's I know a lot. It's a learning process, but I don't know enough, and I want to keep going, keep growing, keep developing. Let's switch back over to frame one. So thank you, you guys, for being a part of this 52-minute video. If you stayed this long, man, I applaud for you. Because most people, they've been gone within the first 8 seconds. It happens. Um, but I want to just show y'all what it is, man. This is what the life resolves around. I'm up 1 o'clock in the morning because I can't really sleep. I like what I do. I I, I literally I finished my test. I had a um like I said, college algebra test. I finished that test, man. I said, bro, I'm finna go stream. That's literally what came out of my mouth. I said, bro, I'm finna go stream, bro. I ain't, nah, bro, I'm finna go stream. That's my life. Cause this is fun to me, bro. This is fun. I find so much enjoyment in it and so much peace in it. Cause I shoot, telling me this ain't bad. This is fun, bro. You get to talk with people. Eventually, more people will be on the chat. So I'm not really tripping about that too much. But too much of your time. You guys have a wonderful day. Today is Sunday, man. Is the start, or basically today is Monday, man. We get up, get to the rise, get to the rise, man. It's about your time. It's about your journey, and your journey is about to be facilitated. All you gotta do is get up, chase your reality. You be smooth like water. Peace.